Today we're going to take a look at the top 5 MMOs for couples in 2017. The MMO genre is a great way to spend some quality time with your friends and family. The worlds are persistent, there are many choices for how to play, and most MMOs have free content updates every couple of months. We made our list based on these 3 important factors. 1. If there are features that specifically target couples, like marriage. 2. How rewarding the game is for 2-player groups. And 3. How easily the game can accommodate 2 different time schedules and discrepancies in player level. Coming in at number 5 is Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 made waves when it was released in 2012 by promising to renovate the MMO genre. It didn't quite do that, but the developers did make an MMO that is simply fun to play, especially in shorter bursts. Guild Wars 2 earned a spot on this list by making it extremely easy to play with your friends regardless of your current level. The game features a dynamic level system, automatically scaling your level based on the zone or dungeon you're in. And when you queue up for the game's larger world versus world PvP, or smaller structured battlegrounds, your level will scale to the maximum level to help even things out. What this means is that you and your significant other will have no problem playing together, no matter what the activity or which character you choose to play on any particular night. The game's non-tab target combat also features a very robust combo system, where your skills interact with each other for bonus effects. Many of these effects are common sense, such as shooting arrows through a flame wall creating a burning arrow effect. This should create some fun gameplay for couples trying to figure out all the cool combos they can exploit. In the number 4 slot, we have Rift. Life is complicated. Suppose you and your partner can't get online at the same time, and suddenly one of you is really far ahead of the other. Normally, this would prevent you from playing together. Luckily, Rift's mentor and sidekick system saves the day. If your level is higher than your partner, you can sync your level down. Sidekicking is the complement to mentoring, in which a lower level friend can also be synced up to a higher level. And the tokens and rewards that you receive will be appropriate to your actual level. Like Guild Wars 2, this makes it incredibly easy to play the game without worrying about falling behind. What gives this game the edge is its marriage system. Players can have a 200-person marriage ceremony. That includes food, gifts, and fireworks. There doesn't seem to be any benefits of marriage, but what the heck. The game's housing system centers around showing off your creativity, but there isn't room for joint ownership. If you're looking to immerse yourself in virtual cohabitation, there are better options out there. But Rift does make it easy and rewarding to play in a group of 2. Number 3. Albion Online. For those of you familiar with Albion, it might be a surprise that it was included on this list. This sandbox has a heavy PvP focus, and there are no features specifically targeting couples. However, sandbox MMOs offer tons of freedom. The endgame is whatever you want it to be. Your experience is largely dependent on your social interactions, which gives couples an interesting dynamic in the community. With a little bit of ambition, a couple can become a deadly player-killing duo or open an influential crafting business. Playing in a 2-player group is going to be more rewarding than a more traditional MMO. On top of that, Albion treats players to a functional and useful housing system. You and your significant other will be able to share a private island where you can build houses, raise animals, and grow crops. Forget customizing just one house. You'll be able to design the whole island. This is a great option for players who are tired of the World of Warcraft model. And what makes the sandbox stand out even more is how flexible it is to play. It has full cross-platform support for tablets, which means that you can play on the same character regardless if you're on desktop or mobile device. It should be easy to stay in touch with your partner when one of you is out of town. We wanted to include at least one sandbox MMO on this 2017 list, but for fans of the subgenre, there should be more to pick from in 2018. At number 2, we have Elder Scrolls Online. What makes this game great for couples is how rewarding it is when you play together. Once you and your partner are ready to settle down, you can initiate the marriage ritual and exchange rings of Mara. Practically speaking, the happy new couple gets a nice 10% experience bonus when both players are online. This can be really helpful during the late stages of the game. The game then offers additional perks for playing in parties. Because of this, grinding in a 2-player group is actually one of the most efficient ways to level up in this game. It also makes it a bit more safe when exploring the open PvP sections of the world. When you're not out smashing bad guys, the newly released housing system has a huge amount of customization. You can give your SO full permission to your house and roleplay your dreams of living in the Elder Scrolls universe. With the game's buy-to-play business model and new level scaling system introduced in the 1 Tamriel update, it's going to be very easy to jump into and out of the game as time permits. It also shouldn't be a problem if one of you progresses far ahead of the other. It would be totally possible to play this game on the side of another MMO. But for couples making this their primary game, there's plenty of options for PvP and story-driven content. ESO hits the mark on all of our criteria as a solid MMO for couples. At number 1, we have Final Fantasy XIV. This game has an astounding amount of perks for couples, and the developer's fine attention to detail makes these features interesting to engage with. This can be exemplified with Final Fantasy's in-depth marriage system. After a short questline that tests your compatibility, you and your SO get to reserve a time at the chapel and plan out all the small details of your ceremony. While waiting for your special date, you'll have the opportunity to hand out wedding invitations to all your friends, who will also get some goodies for showing up. You'll be treated to a cute cutscene and nicely designed wedding outfits. It's mostly all cosmetic fun, but your wedding ring does allow you to teleport to your partner at any time. Outside of the marriage system, the housing system has some of the best customization options on this list, but with the added bonus of joint ownership with your partner. The houses are feature-packed and are more than an instance trophy room. You can raise chocobos, hire NPCs, and unlock the game's gardening system where you'll be able to crossbreed different plant species. It's this attention to detail that makes Final Fantasy fun for months on end. Regarding combat and progression, a team of 2 can really rock through all the quests and dungeons. A deep dungeon system called the Palace of the Dead can be tackled with just 2 players, offering a fun progression option for just the 2 of you. When you want to complete regular dungeons, a light party is only 4 players. This means that you make up half the team and have a larger amount of influence. You'll be able to sync to your partner's level while completing dungeons and world events, or simply switch to a lower level class by changing your weapon. What makes Final Fantasy different than the other theme park games on our list is that you can play a crafter as your main character and still have a decent amount of content. So this might be a good option even if both of you aren't into the raiding scene. Overall, we think Final Fantasy is the best MMO for couples out right now. Not only is it very rewarding and flexible in how you can approach the game, but it is also one of the most polished and content-rich MMOs available. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments if you think other MMOs should have made the cut. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more top 5 videos, in-depth game information, and live streams.